Oh, buddy, you're gonna have to get up. I need you in the barn. Okay. Okay. I'll get him up. I don't think he's got lots of flies. That's it, boy. That's it. Look at them flies. I'm gonna spray him. I'll get him in the barn. I didn't feel like carrying that backpack sprayer out. I gotta get a new one. The rubber gasket for the lid is all it's broken, and the basket that goes on top is lined with the rubber gasket. That's all busted up too. Yeah, I don't know where to get a replacement for that. But I'll get it. I never did like that sprayer anyway. Well, buddy, you ready for it to get sprayed? Yeah, I just don't like his crooked horn. It went on this side. It should have been swept up, but it must have damaged it when he was young. Anyway, I got my spray for flies. I use that one for insecticide, and the other one is for weed killer. The one for weed killer works a lot better, but this has a different nozzle on it, nozzle tip, where I can use it as a stream. Okay, let me get you some corn first, and then I'll come back for this sprayer. Okay, but let's get you taken care of today. Here he comes. Oh, I gotta close the gate. Cow's coming too. I gotta close this door. Okay, he's in. Got the door locked, and I'm gonna spray him now. Gotta go get my sprayer out of the truck. It would hurt to spray you a little bit too while you're here. Let me see if I can do that. You probably won't stand still for it though. Hey, don't chew on that hose. Oh boy, I killed the flies on the bull, but now they're attacking my legs. Yeah, I got them pretty good. My stream ain't very strong. But I got enough on them. Keep the flies under control. I'll do this every time I pet them up in here to get them corn. I think he's done with the corn anyway. Let me pump it up. I don't think this thing holds pressure right there because of that broken seal in the lid. Yeah, at least you don't have nothing in his face. Yeah, that'll do it. I sprayed the Red Bull too when he was outside. I sprayed him a little bit, so I'm gonna let him out now. Yeah, I sprayed him a little bit while he was walking in here. Yeah. He's got less flies on him now. It won't last though, but we'll see. I don't see no flies on him right now, so that's giving him a little relief. Like I said, every time I feed him corn, I'll spray him down a little bit. I'm gonna leave the sprayer out here. I don't use it for nothing else except spraying, what's it called, those things? Carpenter bees, but I haven't done that yet this year. And my stream, I guess I made my solution too thick. I put too much dishwashing liquid in it. It's pretty thick stuff. And that probably all settled down to the bottom. That's why it's hard to push out. Yeah, see that bird? Yeah. Got a nest up in there. And then they go up there, and then they go down into the eaves and make their nest, the blackbirds. Yeah, I'll leave it out here. It's good enough for spraying the bull, but for spraying the carpenter bees, yeah. I got permethrin Dawn dishwashing liquid in there. I think I put too much dishwashing liquid. It made it too thick. But it's good enough for the bowl. Hey boy. Okay, I better let you out now. And now I gotta work on the fence. You're free to leave. He wants to come in. If he leaves, I'll get him in here. But he's gonna leave first. I can't feed him because he'll hog it all. So I'll wait till he leaves. He left, but he pushed the other one out. You don't want to share. Yeah. Oh, leave him alone. I think he wants more corn. But at least you don't have flies. Took care of that flies, at least for a little while. He's going to come back in. I'm going to go outside. Maybe he'll follow me outside, and then the Red Bull can come in here. And I'll lock him in. I tried spraying them a little bit while I'm out here, at least around their homes. But they don't stand still. I start spraying, and my stream wasn't going far enough, so I couldn't reach him. So they just have to bear with it. He's still licking up his corn. But his flies aren't a problem right now. Yeah, I don't see no flies on him. I got him a little bit while he was in here. I was close to the fence. I walked up behind him and got him. Still eating on that hay over there. I'm going to check this fence real quick. It's not working very good. And I want to do something down there too today. I gotta get him out of here. I gotta turn the fence back on. I made some adjustments to my connections. Come on. That's it. That's it. Come on. Good boy. You can't come in now. Change the connections over there. We'll see which fence is grounded. The one out going to the bottom, or the one going out around the pond. He wants to go back in. Like I said, I reconnected this wire there. I got the fence around the pond disconnected because I want to make sure that was not included, because the fence was a little working when I first tested it, just a little bit, but not enough. So I left this one hooked up, going this way, which goes all the way out, down and all the way around. It's not working. It's not working at all. Now I'm going to disconnect. I gotta turn the fence off again. I need a better way to do this without having to untie everything all the time. I need some kind of like hooks. But I'll do that some other time. I'm going to, that's the hot wire coming from the barn. Going that way. That's the wire that goes out around the pond. And so I'm going to turn the fence off, unhook that wire, unhook. I'm just going to tie that hot wire to this one here. Yeah, make sure one I don't know which fence is working and which one ain't. He looks happier without any flies. Even his legs are clean. Oh, he's got some on his belly. Guess I didn't get his underneath very good. I can see a few flies hanging on. It's supposed to be cool this morning, and it is a nice breeze, but it's so humid. Yeah, they're calling for rain today, but the rest of the week, this is today Monday, the rest of the week looks clear. Maybe I'll get some hay cut today, tomorrow maybe. There's still chance for rain tomorrow, or tonight, or today and tomorrow. Today and tonight, and then clear the rest of the week. Well, I gotta get going on my work here. There you are. They got less flies too. I could spread you a little bit. I can't feed you corn right now because I got the door closed because I'm working on the fence. So you'll have to wait. Hey, leave the bumper alone. Yeah, he got less flies. Okay, now I gotta check my other fence. I got the hot wire hooked to there, but I gotta turn the fence on to find out if this fence is grounded or not. Oh, it's a lot stronger click, that's for sure. You can always tell when it's grounded because it doesn't sound very loud when it's grounded. That means I gotta check fence today, down at the bottom. Well, this fence going around the pond here to that gate is all good. All good. Now I got the other one hooked up like I had before. But I'm gonna turn it back on and do some more checks before I go down there. I want to do some other checks. I'm gonna take the truck back and park it. It's not exactly hot outside, but it's overcast, so there's no sun shining. At least no direct sun. But the humidity, it feels like it's raining, even though it's not. I'm already sweating. My shirt's already wet. Like I said, it's not really hot. The air's cool. I got this gate closed here by the road. I'm gonna leave it closed for now. No, this part said the tester said it was working good, and the rest around the pond was working good. So I'm just gonna park it here because the cattle can still come. Cattle can come in here now because I got that gate closed. But there's not much in here to eat anyway. I think I can close it. I gotta put a wire up in front of the truck. Then I'll do some more testing on my fence. Well, I already know that the fence going from there around the pond in front of the house and up to that cedar tree over there, that's all good because the gate's closed, so that little fence there is on by that trailer. But everything else is on. The fence, I turned it back on, but it's not working very good. Yeah, it's all going down there. So to eliminate some of the fence that I don't need to check, I'm going to disconnect it here. And if the fence, because the power comes in from down the hill, go down that way and all the way around, comes back up here. So if I unhook it here, I could test that. If that's working, that means the ground's in here. And then if that one's not working, then I'll leave that unhooked and I'll go down by the road, by the gate, and test it, unhook it there, unhook this part and test it, and then if it's still not working, then it's somewhere in that bottom, and I'll just have to check the whole thing. But first things first, let's check this one. I think it's funny that the fence closest to my house, I hardly ever check it. Yeah. I'm checking it now. I gotta close that gate because I'm gonna open this gate because I need to go. If I need to drive down into the pasture with the truck because I don't want to use the ATV, I'll need to leave this gate open because I'll go in through that gate down there. Then I'm going to go walk down there first and check it. It's still grounded. I got some work to do down there too, but I'll do that later. I got to get this fence working first. I can see the weeds dying over this side. Yeah, they're turning yellow. And here too. Some faster than others. I gotta go check the fence down there. Yeah, fence is grounded. Turned on, but it's not working. Even after I unhook this gate and unhook the other one. So I'm going to drive the truck in here. But first I got to go back to the barn and turn the fence off so I can work on it. Fix the ground. I wasn't planning on doing any work today on the fence, but it's not working. I got the sun's trying to shine up there. But luckily for me, it's still cloudy, so it's not too hot. Nice breeze too. So I'm going to turn the fence off. I've been hearing tree frogs, which means it's probably going to rain. Yeah, those are tree frogs, making them chirping noises. Oh, look, no flies. That spray worked. Wish it would come out. I'll have to add some more water. I have to fix that thing or buy a new sprayer. Well, you don't have to fight the fly. Oh, he's got flies on his nose again. But looks like he's not bothered anywhere else. Oh, some on his horn too. I thought I got them pretty good. I soaked them. That's good. Everybody's relaxed here. So when I go down in the bottom pasture down and check the fence, I'll just leave that gate open by the road. They're not going anywhere. Before I take the truck and drive all the way around the small pasture in the bottom, I'm going to do some checking up here first. If it's grounded up here, I want to fix it first. Gotta watch where I walk. I think the sun's trying to come out. Let's see if it's grounded here anywhere. Sometimes it's grounded when these things get corroded, because this is aluminum wire. I've been meaning to change it all to galvanized, but I never did get around to it. So let me clean that up. I don't think that was a problem, but when I went to untie it, I untied it. That one there, the wire goes from there to there. And I was shining up the area where the wire was, and it broke. So, corroded. It's aluminum wire, corrodes so easy. Especially when there's copper wrapped around it. And so I decided to, I spliced it, I tied it together. And then I cleaned up an area over there and wrapped it over there. Now to check some more of this fence up here on top of the hill. This is the fence that I fixed a while back. I took two panels out, three. One long hog panel and two short hog panels, and I used them on the bridge, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used them on the bridge. Or if not on the bridge, then I used them. Up at the corral. There's two wires here. They look okay. I don't want to be walking up this hill from down there. And there's a wire going here. I put it here because I don't want cattle going up and down this hill, although they could. They could. I could probably remove it. They could. Make it easier for me. It's not really that important on the fence. One's just as steep as the other. That hill's just as steep as this one, I guess. Maybe I might take it down. But one of the reasons I put it here, if I ever have to, I don't have to chase them in, because in the beginning I probably did. But I wanted some kind of a corner or they wouldn't go out that way and go down the hill. So I'll just leave it. Anyway, looks good from down there, up here on the insulators aren't broken. So I'll start my check from down there and work my way around and see if I can find something grounded. Just don't want to haul this out sometime, but I'm going to wait for it to dry up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go check the fence now. I'm going to stay in the truck most of the time. I can see most of the fence from the truck. The areas I can't, I'll have to get out. Normally it's just a broken insulator from the deer, or a broken wire from the deer. Oh, I got a saggy, that's right, I had a saggy wire here. I'm gonna get out and tighten these up. I remember that. And I was checking the fence before, there was a saggy wire. Over the hill too. Yeah. I think I better tighten these up. I don't need my camera for that. I tightened up a fence down here, then I went up to the top of the hill and I tightened up that fence too. I walked down the other side of the hill, so it's all good on top over the hill. You can see the weeds dying here. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some more. I think if I'm going to bring the disc up the weeds at the big pasture, I'll disc this up too. Yeah, there's still a few weeds growing back here, but I'll keep it sprayed this summer. I got a couple thorn trees over here on this side, on the other side. I think I remember those. I think I cut them down, but it looked like they grew back. There's one on top of this little bump there, and there's one farther down the hill on the right. Don't want them going to seed. I don't think I want to drive through here. I'm going to drive around this tree. I'm always thinking there's something in there. Oh, I think it was a stump at one time. Yeah. I had something there. Oh, I missed the Jimson weed. Yeah, the spray worked here. I didn't spray everything. I just sprayed Jimson weeds and the thistle. And ironweeds include ironweeds too. Yeah, I can see the fence on top of the hill there. And I can see the insulators. Hard to see the fence sometimes because it's rusty. But I can usually see it. If not, I'll get out and look. Yeah, I'm going to get out and look here. I'll be back. No ground. I tightened up some fences. I checked all the insulators up to where am I going? Where am I going? Up to that pond dam over there. And I'm going to go work on the other side. I can see it from the truck, I think. Haven't found no ground yet. I hope it ain't one of those hidden ones. Oh, there's a bunch of limbs here. I gotta be careful where I drive. Let's go around. Go around these broken. Oh, there's a big hole there. I might have to get out and look at that. Just to be sure, but there, that yellow pole there is where there was a T-post and a tree fell on it and broke it off. I could never get it out of the ground. Tree fell, so I just moved I just put a yellow pole there to mark where that, because it's still sticking out of the ground there. I didn't want to run it over with the lawnmower or whatever I had out here, tractor. Let's aim this way. I can see the weed killer working a little bit. I thought it would be working better than it is. Been a while since I sprayed here. You can see the fence going there. It used to go all the way around to the right, around these little trees in that big hole, the old remnant of the old creek. But 2024, when the cattle were up at the big pasture with the bull there, the three Highlanders anyway, I put a fence through there. Yeah, that works out pretty good. Fence is okay down that way. I started walking this way and I found the ground. It only takes one broken insulator to make a ground. If the fence hits the post, it's grounded. Can you spot the ground? Right there. The insulator, it fell off that insulator because it's a little bit bent where it holds the wire, and the fence is laying against the post. Yeah, that'll do it. And it's how long it's been like that. You can see that one tab there, it's bent. Had to be deer. Well, I'm going to replace the insulator, so we should be good to go. Fixed. Since I'm out here, I might as well check the rest of the fence, even though I'm pretty sure that was the ground. Let me walk through there most of the way. Here's that old remnant of the old creek. It used to flow through here. Then the neighbor, he straightened it out. He left a little thing here. This tree fell last year, but luckily it fell away from my fence. Anyway, he left this little opening here for the water, because the water comes from this way, right? So it comes in here. And he straightened all this out, and he dumped some dirt here. And then like I said, this water goes in here, pools in here, and goes out over there. So there's some trees growing though. Yeah, this was always empty until 2024 when flies bite my leg. Fence used to go around this hole here. Yeah. And before, when I first put the fence up, this was part of the creek. So they straightened it out, and it took me years and years to figure out how to. Then I could put a fence through here. A little wavy, but it works. Anyway, let's check the rest of the fence through here. And this is where the water goes out. I can see it's okay. The fence is okay. I can see pretty far in. I go through the corner. I got a wooden post there at the corner, right there, left of that tree. I'll drive over there and get a better look. Look at this, big willows. I've never seen willows that big. I guess they get plenty of water. There's another one. Big willow. If it falls, it'll fall right on my fence. Yeah. Cattle go down in there. Well, they like to lay across up there though, in the shade. Okay, I gotta walk back to my truck now. So I'll check the only ground was right there. Was it there? Yeah, the only ground was right there. All I gotta do is go around, check up to that dead tree there. Dead tree, I see dead tree. The big tree. That's the dead tree. The big tree. There's the milkweed over there. I like this tree. It's a yellow birch. There's that poplar tree I saw from the corner over on the road on the way to the farm or on the way back. Down by the bridge, road bridge. And I saw some, where that tree is, somewhere over here. There's a creek, so it has to be somewhere on this side. Somewhere in here, there was some elderberries. There they are. I see them. I see them through there. I'd have to cross this little stream here. It's a little overflow ditch from their pond up there on top of the hill, the neighbors. Yeah, I could cross here somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I could do it. And yeah, I see the elderberries. Yeah, I see them. Right in there. They're up against the creek. Okay, that's another thing I gotta check out when they get ripe. I'm all sticky and itchy now. I found the ground over here, so I'm gonna assume that's the one that got in the fence. These three are walnuts. The one, two here on the closer to me, and the one at the corner. I always try to save walnuts. There's some more over here. There's the one at the corner, and then there's another one there on toward the middle, and then one way to the right, and there's one over here, one or two. I'm not sure if it's two or one. I think there's two. I can usually tell walnut by the bark. The one on the left here, the bigger one, behind this cedar, that's a walnut. Yeah, I'm sticky. My hands are sticky. I'm not sure what I did. Oh, I think it's from the. I should have washed my hands after I used that fly spray. Yeah, I can see the fence. It goes through these trees on my driver's side. But I'm just going to go through here now. Everything looks hooked up. Oh, that's right. I'm glad I brought my post hole driver. Post hole? T-post. Post hole. Post hole? I need to drive a post hole. T-post driver, because I want to change this fence here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it though. I had an idea. I think the post is still there. I'll go check. Oh, I got a nice breeze coming in the window. Enjoy it. What was I doing? I got distracted. I think I want to leave the post here up on the high ground, but I want to remove that post there in the middle. I got to get rid of that, and I want to move the other post higher up. a little high up on higher ground. So when it does flood, this area always floods first, because there's a little branch that flows out right there, and that one in the low ground it's always underwater. So I'm gonna see what I can do with that. Well, I don't know if that's gonna work. I gained a T-post, 2 T-posts, because there was already one laying on the ground right here in front of the truck. Again, along the fence, I was going to use that. But then I said, oh, if I just pull out the middle one and move the other one up the hill a little bit beyond there, that would work. Then I decided, well, that's a big gap without a post, so I decided to put the insulators like there was a post there. Maybe it'll fool the cattle to think there's a post there. Because if they wanted to, they could slip underneath that. There's no, but it'll be, hopefully it'll be on and they won't think about going through there. Anyway, I'm done out here. Oh, I'll drive it to the corner. I don't think I want to go through that gap there. This is a walnut. Oh. Just to make sure everything's hooked up. I don't want to hang out in here too much because it's wet. So I'm not going to drive through here. I want to back out. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm going to go back up the way I came. Well, no. Yeah, I want to go back the way I came. If I can remember how to do it. I did it good. I don't want to run into a tree. There's one right here. Okay. I'm gonna go back the way I came. I can go through here. These are walnuts. What am I running over? Yeah, pretty sure the ground that I found was right there, the one on the T-post on the right. Yeah, but I fixed it. Broken insulator, that's all it was, broken insulator. I could drive through there, but I'm not going to. I guess the cattle are still up there. I got another job I want to do. I'm going to spray some weed killer. Where that guy was mowing, the neighbor was mowing in front of my cattle trailer yesterday, and a few days before that, before too. But look at that. I can see the white bull up there on the left, next to that baler. Okay. Yeah. I'm just guessing, if it don't rain today or tonight, there's a good chance that the the guy will cut my hay tomorrow, because we've got supposed to have good weather all week, but that could change real quick. Sometimes these rain conditions, they just develop. I'll walk back down and close the gate. I don't want to get down the truck. Oh, I gotta turn the fences back on anyway. Well, I'll be doing that. And then I'll go down there and I'm going to spray that area where he's been mowing in front of my trailer on this side of his mailbox. The utility pole is the boundary, but for some reason he wants to cut that. I don't know why. Anyway, I guess I can avoid and park the truck, I think. Although I was thinking about going over to the farm and get another panel. I was thinking about putting another panel, cow panel up somewhere. But I gotta get one first. Other than that, most of the ones that are left over there are kind of beat up. Bent up, should I say, bent up. But we'll see. Let's park in the shade. I went ahead and sprayed everything, weed killer, again. I did it once before when I did that area over there, but I did it again since the neighbors keep wanting to mow this, which I don't understand why, unless he thinks he's being a nice guy. Anyway, I'm spraying it again. I also put a little sign there, not just for him, but for anybody. And I also sprayed again from that culvert over to here, in case because he mowed that once before too. All except those big weeds there. Yeah. Anyway, it's done. I can turn the fence back on. Maybe I'll get to the end. You don't need to cut this. There's no reason to cut it. It's my responsibility, not his. I hear somebody in the water. Looks like white bull, two bulls, white and red. Okay, I gotta go turn the fence back on. Walk to the barn, and hopefully it works. Okay, walk to the barn and turn the fence back on. And make sure it works. You like it without flies? That spray worked pretty good for today anyway. He's got some flies coming back around his eyes. And there's some more on his leg. Oh, he was in the water. He was in the water. He washed all the spray off his legs. Oh well. Turn the fence back on it. See what it works. Fence still ain't working. I must have missed the ground. I went back and disconnected the fence at the gate. I left that one disconnected. I'm going to go back and turn the fence back on. Oh boy. It's always something. Is that my cat? Or is that a neighbor cat? Right there. You my cat? You must be my cat. You're not running away. Good girl. But no, it's not. It's the neighbor's cat. Yeah, I don't feed you guys no more. You don't come around as much as you used to. I see him come up sometimes. Any cat food I leave out is for the kittens. Usually the raccoons get that at night. Oh, you're not so afraid of me now, are you? Well, let's go fix that fence. Oh, cat's still there. Before I checked the bottom pasture fence, I just had this fence hooked up right south, and it was working good before I went down to the bottom and checked that one and found that ground. Now I decided to I hooked up the This fence here that was disconnected because I knew it was working. Took it up and then it had them both hooked up together. They weren't working. Now I unhooked the gate at the other end. I'm going to see if it's... Now I unhooked this one. I'm going to see if that fence that I checked down at the bottom is going to work now. Plugged in, and I don't hear nothing. I hear a faint click. Let's switch them out. Hook the other one up, see if that works. I switched the fence to just the one around that goes around the pond in the house. Well, not around the house, but in front of the house. And around the pond on top. It's working good, so it's somewhere on that bottom fence again. I guess I gotta check it again. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and check the fence again one more time, but this time I'm going to walk the whole thing, not taking the truck. I'm going to take a few insulators with me in case I missed one, and take some extra wire in case I need to splice something. Okay, try it again. At least it's not too hot. Nice breeze blowing, so I guess I'll be thankful for that. This fence here is unhooked down there at the gate. So I'm going to check. So when I walked up here, I saw a groundhog in the middle of the road going that way, but he disappeared. He crawled into the grass somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to start there, walk the whole perimeter like I did before with the truck. I found one ground down there. I know it was down there. Let's see if I can find the other one. It's going to wear me out. You have to go far. I think I found the problem. I need an insulated wire there. I don't have one. I'm going to go get one though. Yeah, this wire here. What happened to it? I bent that post out, and maybe I ran into it with something. I'm not sure. Anyway, that insulator holds that up, but the post got bent over here, so that insulator was hitting. You know, I'm going to change that. There. Move the insulator off of this post and put it over here. So I put the wire, instead of going this way, I went around that way. Maybe that'll help. How long has it been like that? Hopefully I'm going to go back and turn it on. I think that was the problem. I need a better setup here anyway. Worry about that later. Just getting the fence fixed, right? Making sure it works now. That's all I care about. I'm still going to leave this one unhooked until I test the fence. Oh, it's hot. At least I didn't walk all the way around the thing. Saved me the trouble of doing that. I just hope this was the ground that was... There was also a ground down there, so there was another ground that I found. But the one that was by that gate, that was the one that was grounding it just last time. Let me go turn it back on and see if it works. That'll do. That fixed it. Okay. I'm going to hook up the other one too. The one that goes around the garden. I'm going to rest inside the house. Although I think it's cooler out here than it is in the house, even though I'm sweating. I got the windows open, some of them. So there's air circulating through the house, but it still gets warmed up. I haven't used my air conditioner in the house yet. I'm going to wait until it gets really unbearable. Although this week's supposed to be near 90 all week, or the high. So maybe this week is when I'll finally turn it on. I'll wait and see. Females are staying cool in the shade, in the water. What is that over there? Is that a stick? Must be a stick. Anyway, the two bulls are up here eating. Yeah, I still don't see too many flies on the bull yet. But like I said, it's only been an hour or so since I sprayed them. A couple hours maybe. Let's see what he looks like tomorrow. Sun's shining a little bit right now. I can feel the heat. Luckily the air's cooler. Yeah, there's some shade here. Little sun there. I'm gonna check the fence on that side before I hook that up again. That should be on. And I'll check it again after I hook that one up, in case I missed the ground over here. The fence is working good now. No problem now. Found two grounds in. One by the gate. The last one was by the gate, down by the road. Where I tied the gate up. And the other one was back that way. That's all for now. I gotta rest in the house for a while. Rehydrate too. Breeze feels good. Especially with a sweaty shirt. Summertime I usually have 2 sets of clothes I wear. And every day I wash the one set that I wore that day by hand in the kitchen sink, and then I hang it out to dry, and I'll be wearing the other one the next day, and I just keep alternating. Sometimes I'll get lazy and forget to do it, and I'll have to break out a third set of clothes. Yeah, but I like to just wear a couple sets out at a time. Save the good ones for later. Okay, I gotta go in the house. Hope it ain't too hot. Even with the fans on, it's probably warm. A little overcast, which is helping keeping it cooler. I can still feel the sun, feel the heat coming down. 4:45 p.m. radar shows some storms over here and up there, and I can hear the thunder outside. That's why I looked it up on radar. I can hear the rumbling, probably from that one there. I don't know if it's coming to me, but it might. It's just a small cell. I'm gonna go outside and look at it. I've just been resting most of the day after I fixed the fence. It wore me out. Too much walking. Anyway, I'm gonna go outside and take a look. It's still 86 degrees, almost 5 p.m. Yeah, I can hear the thunder to the south. That's where the cattle were when I got done fixing the fence today. They haven't moved much. Cattle are laying around over there. Cows are there and the bulls are here. That's where the storm is. Over that way. I didn't check to see if it was moving this way. All I know is it's close. There's a big cloud up in there. In the back, the white one. Another big one over there. Yeah. A couple of thunderheads there and there. But this one's coming in from the southwest. I'll just wait and see if it shows up. Here's a thistle. I think I sprayed this a couple days ago, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. You can see it's wilted a little bit. Thistle. I can sure hear it rumble. I can hear the thunder rumbling in the distance. Yeah, I sprayed that area there where that guy was, the neighbor here. For some reason he mowed that at least twice this year already. And I just sprayed it a few days ago when I sprayed all the other fence. And he still mowed it. He mowed it again. It wasn't even very big. I don't understand his reasoning. Maybe he just thought he was doing me a favor. I don't know. Maybe he thought it made his mailbox look better, having that mowed there. I don't know. I put a no trespassing sign there just to let him see it. Also for anybody else who thinks about taking my trailer. Yeah. Everybody's relaxing. They must be getting enough to eat. I sprayed him this morning for flies. I think he can relax now. When they have flies, they can't hardly relax because they're always boom, boom. They're always trying to chase the flies away from themselves. But he's doing a lot better today since I sprayed the first flies. He'll probably have more flies tomorrow, but right now he's comfortable. He flies on his nose. I don't know if I can chain that door or not. I don't want to disturb anybody. I'll come back later. Rain's over there to the west and southwest. I don't know if it's coming here or not. I'll go back in and check the radar again. Hey, Mama Cat. How you doing? Oh, they're eating. They're eating that solid food. I haven't seen them nursing on their mama lately. So maybe they're adapting to the solid food. I'm gonna go check the west side, see what it looks like over there. It's 5 p.m. Hey, Swallow. Ooh. You'd like to swoop down close to me. Air's still sticky, humid. Right now I think the wind's coming in from that direction. Now it's this direction. Keeps changing, the wind keeps changing. Sound like thunder's coming from up there now. I better go check the mail first in case it starts raining. Big thunderhead over there to the east, southeast. But the bigger storm is over here. Thunder's from over that way. It's a booming. Yeah, the air's. Yeah, in about a week, that should all be. I'm going to keep spraying that until everything dies. I don't want to give him any reason that he thinks he needs to mow that. I don't know why he thought that anyway. Just there in front of the trailer. And up to this culvert here. Yeah. You think I thought he'd had enough of his own grass to cut. He shouldn't have to be even thinking about cutting mine. Just because I don't cut mine and I let the cattle eat it, or I spray it here, doesn't mean he can cut it. I mean, it don't hurt me that he cuts it. It's just that I don't know what his reason is for cutting it. I guess I'm always thinking about the worst of people. Thought crossed my mind that, oh, he wants to do the adverse possession. Oh, I cut the grass there for a couple times. I think I should claim it for ownership now. I've seen that on news. People use somebody's land for a long time without anybody saying anything, and then they say, "Oh, that's mine now." Adverse possession. That's why I put my sign up there. No trespassing. Hoi! Uh-oh, skunky! Stay away from me. Came out of this bean field. Hey, skunk. I don't want to get close to him. Now I'm stuck here. Where are you going to go? I know they're bug eaters. Yeah, I guess he didn't see me. He must have came out of here somewhere. Oh, there you go. That's it. Keep going. I'm going back. I'm going back down. There it goes. Going down the hill. I thought that skunks had more white on the top. I don't see him anymore. I'll catch him again when he's down there in the bottom. Oh, so sticky today. There's a lot of humidity in the air. There it is again. Where'd he go? Somewhere there. Hard to see, but he's in that area there. Oh, I lost him. Oh, there he is. He pops up. It's hard to see. He's more black than white. Yeah. There he is. He's in a little opening there. He's close to the ditch now. Let's see if he goes down into the ditch. He must have went down. He must have went down into the ditch. I don't see him. Oh, I think he went. I think he's on the. I think he's on the other. He's in the ditch. He's in the ditch. Yeah. Oh no, he's up on the other side now. He come up on the other side. Or she. It's going up the hillside. I can see it better now. Oh, black. He's got a white on his head and the tip of his tail. Other than that, he's mostly black. Well, I don't need to watch a skunk. That's the second skunk I saw. There was one out in the big pasture in the woods near the cattle the other day when I was working on that fence in the bale storage area. Actually, I was just checking the newborn calf, make sure it was going to nursing. Okay. Oh, the wind died down, and now sweat's just coming out of me. Not even doing nothing, and feels like I got rained on. It's so humid. The storm moved off. I don't hear no more thunder. I think it's moving. It's just moving north. That's what I think. Oh well. Thundering again. I think I'm going to close this gate again. I'm not going anywhere this evening. Better to have it closed. And I'll open the gate so the cattle can come here if they choose to. Open it again tomorrow if I go somewhere. I just started to feel a few drops. Just a few. Coming from up there. I guess I'll open that gate too. It's only a few sprinkles. I gotta go get my key. I gotta back the truck up. So this, I can put the wire gate up right there. I gotta back it up. There. Got my wire up. And it's hot. It's sprinkling a little bit heavier now. Look at a big hole. And it's got a little sprinkle going on. Real light. Real light. I'll hang those sassafras leaves out here to dry. I haven't made tea with them yet. I got some in the house. I'm going to make some tea one of these days. But I hate to cook tea because it generates heat. And the house is already warm. But I'll make it one of these days. I got plenty of lemongrass from last year. I haven't used it all yet. And I got mulberry leaves now. I can go pick some of them. I think I need to go get some of that wild mint from out in the big pasture. Yeah. I'll get some of that for my tea too. It all tastes so good. Well, it's raining enough to get a drip. Yeah. It's a slow rain, but it's rain. I don't think I'm going to get too much out of it. Maybe enough to settle the dust. That's about it. Okay, I'm going to go back in. It's too damp out here. 5:20 p.m. There is green where I am. But nothing heavy. Just a light rain. And it's going to be ending soon. But I think there's some more coming across here. I'll get some more of that. That's going across now, but the rest of that will go across too. I missed the heavy stuff up north. That's okay. I still got hay to cut, so I don't mind a little dryness to get my hay out. Hopefully they can cut tomorrow if it don't rain too much today. Let's take a look at the weather for this week. Well, according to this forecast, there's a chance for rain tonight, high chance for tonight. But then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's all looking most days are less than 20% chance of rain, except tomorrow, 24. So I'm hoping they cut the hay, and I hope the weather holds with the no rain for this week. One can only hope. We don't control the weather yet. Alright. It's a gamble. Cutting hay is always a gamble. Weather looks good, and then all of a sudden, after you cut it, then the weather changes. I've had that happen before when I used to cut my own hay. Cut and bale it. Yeah, oh well. let somebody else worry about that now. But I still end up with the result. Alright, that's all. I'll check back later. Well, it's 8:05 p.m. and the sun must have just went down behind that cloud. I thought I was going to catch the sunset, but it's too late. Hey birds, I'm right in your way, am I? Oh. They don't like the cat. Look at them. Zoom, zoom. They keep attacking her. I thought that she might reach up and grab one. Anyway, sun's behind that cloud. I don't think I got any rain. The ground's still dry. I mean, it sprinkled a little bit, but that's about it. There wasn't very much rain in it. Just a few drops. Hopefully, the people who go and cut my hay will determine that this will be a good week to cut the hay. If the weather forecast holds what they forecasted and it doesn't change, should be good hay weather all week until Saturday. Yeah, but that could change real quick. I mean, sometimes it looks like it's a whole week of without rain, and then the next forecast shows it will rain here and there on this day or that day. So I'll just wait and see. I'm thinking they might cut tomorrow if they're going to cut, because I'll have all week to let it dry. And it's supposed to be warm too. Yeah, at least in the upper 80s. That's what it was today, I think. I think it was at 86. Yeah. It's warming up, because summer is approaching. Yeah, okay, well, that's all I got for today. At least the sky's cleared up. Alright, that's all for today. I haven't planned nothing for tomorrow. The only couple things I got to do is, but I have to wait till until I can use my credit card again, which will be after the 12th, is to buy concrete for the corral that I was working on there. The other thing is to haul some manure out with that small trailer over here. That one there. But the manure is still pretty wet. I gotta let it dry out, because when it's wet, it's really heavy. It's hard to get on the wagon or the trailer, and it's hard to get off. So I want to make it easier on myself. It's best when it's dry, for hauling anyway. I'm only going to the garden, so we'll see. All right, like I said, if I think of something, I'll do something tomorrow. And if not, well, that's what I do. Nothing. Ooh, hey bird. All right. I just like to watch these swallows fly around. Okay, that's all for today.